for today. For our experiment. Oh, there's actually multiple. So, no. There. 200k on both of them. I was shooting them both at the same time. I wasn't without goddamn Fireball Frenzy. That's probably why I'm doing so much goddamn heat damage. It's because of Fireball. And the good part about Corpus is that they can't take DOT damage when they still have shields, because they also have shield gauging. They also do. So yeah, basically, let's see a Corpus. Let's use a Spearman. He could not have taken DOT damage until his shield broke. And that's why. As you see, for like a near it's bloody like 1k, like 10k, but that's because of armor. But that's why Corpus are so good for dealing, but I'm okay. So 100? You guys give you 100? Oh, for a Warframe video today. Oh god, I will be showcasing a hybrid Ember build. So, we will be doing a hybrid build based off of her augment, Fireball Frenzy, and just using her normal cycle of a build, using Immolation, Fire Blast, and Inferno. So it's the hybrid. As you can see, no helmets. Now usually this would be a damage buff for weapons, but I decided I'm just gonna make this a hybrid with no helmets. Even though no helmet is worse than actually a helmet on her first is better, I wanted to do something different with Ember and just have Fireball Frenzy for easier heat damage. So yeah, Fireball is here for the extra heat damage, as you can see. Based off of your total power strength, that's how much extra damage you'll get. So since I have 271% power strength, that means I'll have 271% extra damage when it comes to heat. And this is very important, is because this allows us to deal hundreds of thousands of heat DOTs. Which heat is special is because it takes all the stacks and combines them into one DOT, and the more stacks you keep on adding, the more damage it'll add. And that's why there's a mechanic called heat inherent, which I wouldn't be using in this build, but I would be if I was like doing a disruption with it. So yeah, Immolation is here for the damage reduction and also being able to armor strip with Fire Blast. All you have to do is cast 1 or 4 at the enemies, and then that charges up the meter, giving you higher Immolation meter, and when that's full, you can use Fire Blast to 100% armor strip the enemies. But if you don't have it fully, then it will be between 50% and 100%. I don't know what it would be. Oh yeah, I don't know. So it says the number of percentage. That's how much armor you'll be stripping away from the enemy. So if you have like 50%, then you'll strip 50% of their armor. And this And Fire Blast's armor strip only works if they can be knocked down. So Damas cannot be knocked down, so that she can't armor strip the Damas. And that's why she isn't really used for a Damas killing character, unless if she has like shuriken instead of any ability. And then Inferno, this is her main ability. Basically, like huge meteors come out of the sky. Every enemy that's in the radius of you will drain energy, and if there's no one around you, it'll drain 0 energy. So this is basically like a free enemy radar on where people are, as you see the damage numbers. Here's the build. Steel Charge, this is only because it's the only former that actually, only aura that fits the polarity. Blind Rage, Power Drift, Transient Fortitude, and Double Umbral mod for all of that power strength. Now, honestly, the Umbral Vitality was used for survivability, but it also boosts Umbral Intensify. And you may see that I actually leveled up Transient by 1 level. And that's how I was able to get 270. Yeah. Fireball Frenzy here for the heat damage. Prime Sure-Footed is along with Power Drift for the 100% knockdown if I use like a heat Brahma. But in this case, I will not be using a Brahma or any AoE of sorts, kind of, is the Phantasma. As you can see, I have Heat and Viral on. Here's the build. Vigilante Armaments and Galvanized Hell. And since this is our main damaging weapon, this is why we have Galvanized Hell instead of normal Hell. And I have Primary Merciless, since it's going to be quite easy to build that up. The free 19 mods for the damage, and Vigilante Fervor for fire rate, and then the Cleanse mod for more damage. Hang on. Oh, I'm back. Yeah, so the new core build, this is going to be the secondary on every single build, so you have to, might as well, like, all you have to do is watch one of my builds, and then you'll already see the new core build on what I'll be using. I think I don't have to show it. And the Redeemer is just a classic heavy attack build. And yes, I can just, well, with my level right now, I could just and have 1 extra slot. But who cares about the 1 extra slot? Anyway, I'm gonna quickly go to the simulacrum. Oh yeah, this is also how you get to the simulacrum.
The multitude of creatures
yes, the
you have
simulacrum
immortalized would
fast.
cry out in
This is
thanks.
faster than actually going navigation, then shadow relay, and then fast traveling. This is actually how you're supposed to do it. And I won't be cutting it out. So yeah. That's the showcase. I was doing. So basically, what I was doing was the corrupteds that allowed me to deal so much, which you would see in the montage, was the corpus units. The corpus units allowed me to build up a bunch of heat rocks, and since I have Fireball Frenzy to boost the DOT, that means that and since it has the shield gating like we do, that means that I was able to deal a bunch of damage. Now let me see if I can level them up. No. So yeah, basically, Now these ones have armor, but who cares about that? So yeah, fireball. Now what I'll do is there. Now it's less damage is because of armor. Armor reduces the amount of damage. Yeah, so as you can see, even with armor, on these corpus units, I'm doing 100k. Now, if they had no armor, which I can just... Oh. Do that to some enemies, then... Alright, so as you can see, it's rising quickly. Let me just quickly spawn the guys. Now, bam. Now, this is where most of the damage comes from. Now, I'm not using the perfect cleanse mod, but as you can see, as soon as I shoot my Phantasma at their health, they're absolutely destroyed. So, let me just go to the proper one. Let me go to the proper cleanse. Bam, fireball. And now, bam. How are they taking less DOT damage? Alright, 300k, there we go. That's the damage I was looking for. So basically, what this build's all about is for the Grenadier units. I armor strip them with fire blast so I have max immolation, then I shoot them, which they're gonna die before I can even pull off the heat proc, unless if they're high level. And with the corpus, I just shoot at them with Fireball Frenzy active, and since their shield gate is there, that means the DOT actually has some time to proc after their shield's destroyed, and then that's when we get the burst, just like that. So, yeah, that's how the builds basically works. So yeah, I hope you liked the video, and you know, you can if you have max mods, the build would be better than this. So have a good day and do better than me, I guess.